नमस्ते मेरे प्यारे बच्चों। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट आवर टॉपिक ऑफ डेमोक्रेटिक पॉलिटिक्स, दैट इज जेंडर, रिलीजन एंड caste. Religion is a concept which we follow in a large amount of figure, that is following the religion. Religion gives birth to caste. Now what is caste? It is a behavior which inspires the high caste to degrade the low caste. It means the high caste degrade, they marginalize or keep aside this lower caste people from all the public resources access. These are often considered as untouchables. Untouchables is a word which is we used to consider this low caste people, which Gandhiji used to call them as Harijan, because untouchable word is something which gives irrespect to these people. So Gandhiji called these people as Harijans. These people were denied of all the public resources to access, all public parks or all their facilities. Even in the education system also, these were degraded. You have gone through the concept of Om Prakash Valmiki in class 7, in which he was a person or he belongs to a low caste where he was denied of the education system. He used to go to school, but he was used to made sit at the last corner of the class or towards the door of the class. Very often he was asked to clean the classrooms, dusting the doors, and even a big playground was made to sweep, only because of the reason he belongs to low class. Why this inhuman behavior? I am a human being, and if I am denied of all these resources, God has not made me different of others. Why people make people different from them? I believe in when humanity is there, God has made us equal. Why we are inhuman? With these thoughts in mind, many of our reformers like Gandhiji, Jyotiba Phule, B.R. Ambedkar and many more, the list goes on, did a great piece of job to remove this distinction between high caste and low caste. They worked to end this system. They built many acts and many procedures, and even our constitution prohibits this kind of inhuman behavior by the other human beings or high caste society. For this, no doubt, we have developed in a great piece of technology. We have done urbanization, education system has improved, occupational mobility. Occupational mobility means when a hierarchical occupational structure, it means if my father is an ironsmith, lohar, the son is also going to be in the same profession, become a ironsmith. This is called hierarchical structure of occupation. When I am well qualified and I am well educated, I am having a degree, maybe I can become an engineer, maybe I can become a doctor. Why should I follow the same occupation which was followed by my father? Why can't I break the chain of this occupational mobility? We have done this improvement. Today we can see many of the people whose father or ancestors maybe are farmers. Now they are well developed doctors. So we have broken the chains of occupational mobility, and our constitution prohibits this act of lower and high caste. We have given benefits in education system to these low class people or this marginalized group, so that they come forward and get a proper education and fight out for white collar jobs. Why we deny them of these rights in spite of so many developments? When we have done so many developments, how can't we not touch the politics? How can caste be different from the political matters also. So here comes the interference of caste in our politics. How it influences identities. Everybody is fighting for the power of supremacy. Supremacy, I am the leader of all the institutions. This is my instinct and I want to get it out. Each caste wants to show its supremacy, maybe using muscle power, maybe using money power, maybe using leadership qualities. New caste backward and forward has arisen. Because of this supremacy or fight out in the politics, candidate of a caste makes himself or elects himself to get a vote bank from his caste. He is dead sure also that my caste people will definitely vote for me. If I am belonging to a caste and I am making myself as a candidate and contesting the election, I will go for my caste people to get me vote by emotionally blackmailing them or giving some greed, some money power, some seat power, some chair power, and I will make these caste people to come to my side. My vote bank is fixed on the ground of caste. See, I am using politics. So caste and politics has mingled up like you can't take out water and milk. Similarly, there is no separation. Many political, non-political organizations have come forward. This dirty game of politics, this dirty political game has to be sometime or the other time to be removed. So many political and non-political organizations have come forward to bifurcate the caste and the politics. No doubt, to an extent, they are able to bifurcate, but it is a grassroots level. It is very difficult for a person to take out or to differentiate what is caste and what is politics. The caste people are fighting for politics or politics has been involved in the caste. It is a great piece of difference to make. Coming to the SS2 land resources and opportunities, we have done educational system for the high caste and low caste. There is no discrimination, sitting on the same class, sharing lunches also, sharing our resources also, school property. We can give the example of school. So many people of different castes come and read, study, play together, eat together, enjoy together, celebrate together. They are having all the opportunities to access to land, access to resources and all the opportunities, maybe job opportunities, maybe education opportunities, maybe candidature opportunities. There is no discrimination in between. You are placing your candidature in the politics. So some cases of caste distinction leads to rights and communalism. No doubt we are saying that our constitution prohibits this act of discrimination. But do we follow it? No. We still rely on the casteism process as our blood. It is flowing in our blood. It is difficult to immune our blood with all this caste, religion and generation. But some cases of caste distinction leads to communalism because of supremacy. I want to be superior for the other, whatever means or mediums I can use. If I want to kill someone, I am ready for that. If I want to fight with someone, I am ready for that. Whatever I can do to make myself superior or my caste superior or my religion superior or to show my manly power, I will use each and every means, whether that is fair or whether that is not fair. These are some of the three aspects in our society which is actually eating away the very system of our constitution, which tells that all are equal in the eyes of law. So you can note down the bullet points. I hope you have understood the